Hello, thanks for watching this demonstration of smartflashcards.net, the fast, easy way to memorize the multiplication table. And normally you'd log in once when you study or view reports, but today, just for this demo, I've logged in twice. On the left, I've logged in as a student with Safari to show you how to study, and on the right, I've logged in as a teacher to demonstrate the reports. There are two basic reports in Smart Cards. There's In Progress and History. In Progress is the partial deck that the students are working on right now, and the History is completed decks. Now, when you log in, you can only see yourself and the students that are studying under you. So if you log in as a teacher, you can see yourself, problems you've done, and all your students, but you can't see a different teachers. And if you log in as a student, you can only see your own reports. So if I click In Progress, we go to the In Progress report and it's empty because nobody's done any work yet. On the left hand side as a student, I'm going to click the Study button. And what Smart Cards does is it builds a virtual deck of multiplication cards from 1 times 1 through 12 times 12. And that makes 144 cards. It randomly selects one, puts it on the screen, and at the top of the page you'll see a status message that says you've completed 0 of 144 problems in the deck in less than a minute. So it keeps track of how many you've done and how much time you've studied. Start over begins the deck over again. It just deletes your In Progress. Then the instruction, type your answer and press enter. You don't click anything on this. It automatically selects the input, so you just type, in this case 1 times 5 is equal to 5, you just type 5 and hit enter. If you're not student number 1 and you want to log in somebody else, as somebody else, click here. And if you want to study something besides multiplication, you change your settings. So first let's type in a wrong answer. 1 times 5 is 5, so let's type in 6. Notice you get a message that says, sorry, that's not correct. You hit enter, and it automatically selects the box and it automatically highlights the entire answer, so you can just type in, you don't have to backspace or anything, just type in the right answer if you get it wrong. So we'll type 5 and then enter. Now if you don't answer quickly enough, you'll see a red message on the bottom and it reads, your last answer was right but too slow. You'll see that problem again and the complete counter did not go up. You'll notice it still says 0 across the top. That's the way Smart Cards works. That's what's great about it, is that it makes you repeat only the ones that you don't know. Now on the teacher side, you'll notice that it automatically updated. I see a row for teacher 1 with an aggregate, and this is the total number that this teacher has. If 10 students had answered 20 questions, there would be a 20 there. And then below that, there will be a row for each student that's studying under teacher number 1. So let's go back and study a while, and I'm going to answer a few correctly. Oh, by the way, I would mention that this the speed that you're seeing here, I'm using the real website. It's really this fast, even on dial-up it's very fast. And I'm going to cut out the middle of the video so you don't have to watch me do all 144 problems to get to the history reports, but I'm not altering the speed. This is an accurate reflection of how well the website works. Okay. Now basically when you study, if you know the right answer, type it in. If you don't know, guess. There is no penalty for getting a wrong answer. And the reason for that is, as a programmer, I can't tell the difference between you accidentally typing the wrong thing and you not actually knowing the answer. So I just don't count wrong answers at all. Actually, what I care about is you getting the right answer quickly. Okay. Now, we've done enough to see this. If you go back to the teacher's view, as I said before, if you had a computer lab and there were 20 students in there studying, there would be 20 rows here. And if you look at the this user's in progress, it says I've completed 24. Well, actually, I've completed 21. I've answered 24. A few of them were too slow because I was talking. If I click on the number 24, it shows every problem that that student has done in this deck, and it colors it red if they took too long and we're going to have to repeat it, and it sorts it by the most recent one on top. So I'll just leave this here so you can see it and answer a few more. And see, on this side, every 15 seconds it updates, and you see that it got longer. And as I answer questions, it pops in on the report. I'm going to hit the back button, and I'm going to finish the deck now because I want to show you the history reports, and I'll cut out the middle part so you don't have to watch me do all the ones in the middle. Okay, we're nearing the end of the deck. When it's done, okay, I've got 143. Should be the next one. When I answer this, it automatically sends me to the congratulations screen. And if you look on the right-hand side, all the information went away from the in progress report because it shifts everything from the in progress to the history. Now, on the congratulations page, you can, of course, just exit because you're done most of the time, or log in as somebody else to study. You can study and you can do another deck or start one. You can change your settings to change the problem type, or you can look at a history of completed decks. Let's do that. If you click history, now basically logged in as student 1, I can only see my stuff. I'm going to show you this over here too. If I click on main and look at history from the teacher's perspective, you see I've got an aggregate for teacher 1 at the top. If there were more students who had completed decks, there would be more rows here, one for each student. So you see that student 1 has completed 2 decks. The average duration is 10 minutes. The date and time that the deck was completed, and if you want to see those 2 decks, you click the 2. So I'll click the 2 over here, and you see student 1 did a deck of multiplication. You've got 2 detail view drill downs and the duration for that particular deck in minutes. If you click the first drill down, it shows you every problem that that student did in that deck sorted by the duration. So the longest ones are on top. I'll hit back once and resend. This second report I think is more meaningful. It's the Tough 10 report. If you click there, you get the 10 problems that had the highest duration sorted by the problem, and the red ones means that you had to repeat that problem. It took more than the allotted time, and you had to do the same problem twice. Now, when you look at this report, this is the one that identifies which ones you need to help this student with, or what are they struggling with right now. The important thing to look for is more than one red row together. Let's take this bottom example, 1 times 5. I answered it the first time in 84 seconds. The second time I did it in 1.4 seconds. Well, I know the answer to that problem. We don't really need to study that one. But if you see 4 or 5 red rows together, whichever red row is the most and whichever one has the highest duration, that's the one that the student doesn't know. So go over it with them and help them study those. That's basically it for the how to study and the reports in smartflashcards.net.